Hey everyone, this is Sam from Wargamer Online, and we've got another review or another first look at a product from Armybox. And these guys sent us their original version of this box that was released earlier on this year. They did a Kickstarter on it, but this is the new one, which is due for Kickstarter in January 2018. And I mean, we had a look at the Armybox before, and it was good. I think it did its job, but there was a lot of things that could have been done better. And this newer version's got a lot of those tweaks included in it, which is just fantastic to see. They've taken on feedback on board and created a product with a lot more uses and just looks a lot nicer as well. So it's quite decent. I wanted to show it off again. They've sent it to us free of charge, as they did with the first one. And if it's something you'd be interested in, check out that Kickstarter. It's not live at the moment. As I said, January 2018. We'll put the link in the comments in the description down below as soon as we've got it available. So there are two products that we're looking at today. This is the Armybox battle counter that we're looking at now, with all of the turn dials on it, and we've also got a life counter. So I'm just going to show you this. This is the top of the actual box, and it's removable. It's got all these little cogs on it. You can track command points, victory points, you can do first blood and warlord, first kill, and also the turn counters. They move very smoothly, but they're not like going to turn all over the place if you just tip it slightly. So they're rigid enough to be used. The turn is a nice added feature. I think they could have. There must be a way to do, two players to know who's on which turn, because obviously one person does their first turn, then the other person does their first turn, and sometimes you forget who's had which turn, and sometimes it can be skipped. So it would be nice to add that in, maybe another turn dial underneath or something. But other than that, you can't fault this. It also locks the lid in place, and on the previous one it didn't have a lock, so it's nice that that's been included, and you can just see how much work is actually gone into this mechanism to make it work. But that's really good. I think that's the biggest part of the product for me, the battle counter. We're just going to move the life counter out of the way, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. But the box has been improved as well, so we'll shuffle these counters out of the way. Now the inside of this used to just be one box. It's been turned into three. So you've got this little one, and that can slot into the back of the box. It can go where it was originally, and it fits nice and snugly in there. So you can put little dice or counters or tokens, whatever it is you want to use in there. And the rest of the space can be used to put whatever you want in there. I think you can fit about 48 12mm dice in here. And I've got that box stuck, because that's what I do. I break things as soon as I get them. And you can also fit things like army cards and other bits and pieces. It doesn't fit the GW dice cases in, and that's the only thing I've found that doesn't really fit. The rest of it would fit fine. However, there is a removable inside which reveals this dice tray. So if you want to play your games and roll your dice into a tray, that's part of this box, which is just nice. I didn't even look at it, to be honest. I thought, oh, looks like there's a second layer in here, and there is. You remove it and you've got the dice tray underneath that, which is a nice added bonus. So this is just showing you the Space Marine data cards. They fit inside there perfectly. I did try and put the four-drawed dice box in here as well, but it doesn't fasten with the lid on top. But the data cards and the counters and whatnot will fit perfectly fine. You just need to take the dice out of their boxes to make it fit inside here. You can see it's just a little bit too big to fit inside there. But overall, really impressed with that. That's the actual battle counter box, and showing you that product. I think they've improved it massively. Obviously you could colour yours in or get them painted or do whatever you want with them. I think we're just going to use it at the studio for battle reports, just to track games a little bit easier and store away some of the items. I've still got the other battle counter box at the studio, and it's got my tape measure and all my other bits inside it, so it's definitely worth using. So this is the second part that we've got, and this is the life counter set. So you've got this nice acrylic tracker board, and you've got these little tokens that you can also use on these as well. So you can see these little ones you put onto here. It marries up with these bigger tokens. So you've got LC2 or life counter 2, and you place the bigger one next to your model on the battlefield. So you don't need to keep fumbling with dice or anything. You have your little life counter on the side of the table, and you can keep track of up to 10 miniatures at a time with their individual life. So that's quite a nice added bonus inside there. And you can see if you've got a second one, you just place the bigger thing next to there and stick his token on here. So we'll pretend he's got 2 life and the other dude has 5. And at the top of this as well, you have got 0 and 10. So obviously if you go into the 19 wounds, you can place it in the 10 mark, and then you can go down further if you want to. And on the far right, you've got the 7 and the 8 life counter, and that gives you even more. So that's the entire product. Check out their Kickstarter as soon as it's available. Let us know if it's something you'd be interested in. Thanks again to them for sending us one of these to have a look at, and I'm sure we'll be using it in our battle reports in the future, so look out for that. Thank you very much for watching this. Please give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.